What's going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix, and today I'm going to be talking about the uses of combination runes in Oldschool Runescape. Combination runes are basically runes that have two different types of runes inside of them. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but it will in a second. Before I start getting into each one of them and their uses, I'm going to talk about how combination runes are brought into the game. You can make a combo rune by going to one of the altars that they originate from, so one of the two, and then you bring pure essence as you normally would, and then you also need to bring the opposite rune, and you need the talisman of the other rune as well. To make them, you use the opposite rune on the altar, and then when you create the combination rune, there is a 50% chance of it being created, and then the other 50% chance is just for a regular rune that you'd craft at the specific altar that you're at. If you wear something called a binding necklace, that increases the chance to 100%, so you will always get the combination rune. I said before that you need a talisman with you to create the runes, and the talisman is actually consumed when you make the runes, no matter how many you have in your inventory. Well, if you use the lunar spell Magic Imbue, which requires level 82 magic, you actually don't need to bring a talisman with you at all. It doesn't consume a talisman, and you just don't need it. You can also buy these combination rooms from the Magic Training Arena with certain reward points. It's not really worth it to buy it from there because you're far better off just getting other rewards. And of course, you can also get them as drops from monsters, but I'm not going to talk about that. Now it's time to talk about each of the runes. Now keep in mind, before I talk about these runes alone, that there is a staff version as well of each of these runes. That being said, take it into account when you think about the spells that I'm going to talk about in this video, because in the long run, using a staff with both runes in one can save a lot of money. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Larva rune, and this one is an earth rune and a fire rune in one. These cost 3 coins each, and judging from their price, they are somewhat useless. The only spell in the game which uses both earth and fire runes is the Onyx Jewelry enchantment spell. But something that's pretty interesting here is that earth runes and fire runes are 5 GP each, so comparing that to lava runes, which are 3 coins each, they're actually cheaper to use as a replacement because you don't have to cast a spell that uses both of the runes. It can be both or just one of them. The next one is smoke runes, and smoke runes are air and fire runes, and they cost 19 coins each. And they actually have a couple of uses. Fire spells and smoke spells use both air and fire runes, but it's actually cheaper to get one of each. But using a smoke staff is a great alternative since it's both runes in one and it saves inventory and money. So in saying that, it becomes pretty good for splashing, for training, and also for PKing in some specific cases where you're using fire spells. Super Glassmake also uses a lot of fire and air runes, so a smoke staff really reduces the cost here by a lot. The next one is steam runes, and steam runes are water and fire runes, and they cost 92 coins each, which is a lot for a rune, which is simply just elemental. A few spells use both water and fire, but the most used spell which uses both of these is the Magic Imbue spell, which is used for combo rune creation, as I was talking about before, but it's also used as a very efficient way to train magic, since you can cast it every 12 seconds and you gain 86 magic XP while you can do anything else. With a Steam Battle Staff, people can just have astral runes in their inventory and just keep casting Magic Imbue for XP. Mist runes are water and air runes at a price of 22 coins each, and they are used for mainly water spells, and also the Falador teleport spell uses water and air runes, but since they do cost quite a bit more than what a water rune and an air rune would cost alone, they aren't exactly worth it. I'm not entirely sure why they aren't cheaper. There's probably not a big supply of them in the economy, but still, I guess a mist staff would come in really handy in some cases where you teleport to Falador a lot, or if you're using water spells a lot, but I don't really know why you'd be using water spells a lot, because fire spells are always better in most cases, and lava runes are a lot cheaper. The next one is dust runes, and dust runes are air and earth runes, and they are 2 coins each, and they have a very, very similar use to lava runes. They're really cheap, so it makes them a good alternative when you're casting earth spells, especially because air runes and earth runes are 5 coins each, which is similar with fire and air runes. So basically you save 8 coins if you're using both runes. If you use a staff, you're going to save a lot more, obviously. And a good use for the staff is the teleport to house spell, which uses both an air and an earth rune. So it's a great idea to save a lot of inventory space and money if you're teleporting to your house a lot for whatever reason. Final rune is the mud rune, and mud runes are water and earth runes combined, and it's probably the most useful one here actually, and hence for its use, it costs 223 coins each. There is a lot of spells that use water and earth runes. Pretty much all of the weakening spells like Confuse, Weaken, Vulnerability, and Tangle, all of those use both earth and water runes. Now, using a mud battle staff really reduces the cost of these spells for training, and you can also use mud runes or mud staves for string jewelry, which is a decently AFK method for training magic, and using a mud staff makes the cost really low. You can get approximately 130 to 150k XP per hour in magic if you're stringing jewelry, which is really good. It is quite a costly method to train, so it's not overly viable for all players, but it's still pretty good to mention. Now, that's it for the combination runes, guys. If you have any questions, don't forget to just leave them in the comments and I'll reply if I have the answer for you. But anyway, now it's time for clip of the day. Today's clip of the day is from Bowl Loaded, which is actually a good friend of mine. He went off to kill Vertion in the wilderness boss, and got the pet on his second ever kill there. The Vertion pet is actually one of the rarest in the game since not many people kill Vertion and the kill time is very long. So that is really lucky, man. Congratulations on that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching today's video. If you learned something or you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you're new. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.